Come now, and it's Freestarter about to be tackled by Stacks on the Mill, and then Bust Up. Participate and Mr. Guilo are coming wider out. Contenders looking for a run. Sir Jorro and Lightning Tears are pulling to the outside at the 300 metres now, and Freestarter from Stacks on the Mill. Bust Up is coming at them hard, and the gap then to Mr. Guilo, Lightning Tears. Bust Up hit the lead with about 100 to go. Bust Up on the outside of Stacks on the Mill. Bust Up doing a shade too well, and Bust Up beats Stacks on the Mill. Photo third. Might be Lightning Tears from Freestarter. Close up behind them was Sir Jorro and Mr. Guilo. And then Skywards, Participate, Brother Thaddeus, Celtic Verse back towards the tail end, and then Vain Deer and Contend. Bust Up is the winner, number 5. It's Dan Nikolic again. Trained by Ray Lawson. Double for Ray as well. They combined to win with Fresh Boy in the first. Number 5, Bust Up, 9.20 and 2.90 the winner. Second going to number 4, Stacks on the Mill, $2.10. Photo Finish for third. Lightning Tears has finished strongly out wide. It figures quite prominently out there, and Freestyler, who led them up, isn't far away over on the inside. 5-4 in a photo. They've run 117.5 in that race, 117.5. 5-4 and a Photo Finish for third. So Bust Up takes the race out. Dan Nikolic, he is absolutely flying, isn't he? This horse second in from a spell. The Mr. Guilo form holding up. He ran second behind Mr. Guilo the other day and has gone right on with the job. It's been 18 months since he's been in the winner's stall, but he's cracked it today. Third place, 6 Freestarter has lasted on the inside, Darren Gauci. So it's 5-4-6, 5-4-6. Fourth going to Lightning Tears, and fifth to Sir Jorro. So 5, 4 and 6 are the numbers.
Bust Up, cleverly named by Housebuster out of Major Affair. Now we're heading to Eagle Farm shortly for the 4th event of the day. Now the final event in New Zealand is another of the Group 1 features. It's coming up in 7 minutes time, the Wellington Cup. Wolf Creek top rater, very good value on the New South Wales tote at the moment, $21. Other rating selections are Oarsman, Being Supreme and Mojo for this staying feature. Let's have a look at the market. Green Street 21, Ebony on a 980, Mike at 580, MA at 70, 28 Lord Mighty Melee, 43 Dawn Till Dusk, Small Town Boy 19, Absolute Peace at $55. 340 Oarsman, very well fancied with Gary Grills aboard. 32 Bologna, Being Supreme 18. 33 Princess Oregon, Wolf Creek is at $23. Mojo in the money at $6.70. Lance O'Sullivan rides Mojo. He won the previous Group 1 feature today, the Thorndon Mile. Long Odds Bay at Watch Babe at $56, and Georgie Fields is at $88. And the final page of betting, the third, Talking Heads at $20 and Saxophone at $60. And they're on their way to the barriers now for the Wellington Cup in New Zealand. Race 5 at Rosehill Gardens in Sydney, not far off. Top Raider a special Periscope to beat Scottish Pride, Adina and Knickerbocker Kid. Scottish Pride at reasonable value, still $7.60. Gamesman $8. Adina $9.40, $8.50. Knickerbocker Kid. Freebie at $25. Skiddaw $24. $30 Impregnable, and Periscope is the odds-on favourite at $1.70 from the Hawks stable. The stablemate Skiddaw at much better value to be ridden by Rod Quinn this afternoon. Here he is with Wayne Harris.
Well, one of my favourite jockeys are back in town, Rod Quinn, all the way back from Hong Kong. Fresh in winning form too. Good to see you back, Rod.
Yeah, thanks. Great to be back, Wayne.
Mate, how was the experience over there? Had to be good for you?
Yeah, it was a great experience. Had a good time, really enjoyed the racing, and I enjoyed the short time I had there.
Chance of you going back a little bit later on?
I'd like to, if possible, Wayne. It's pretty hard to get a spot over there. There's a lot of jockeys wanting to get there, so if at all possible, I'd like to go back, yeah.
I'm glad to have you back here. Mate, you're riding Skiddaw in this race. You haven't ridden him for a little while, but you have know him quite well.
Yeah, he's quite a hard little horse to catch, but, you know, this sort of race, it might suit him. There's only sort of 8 runners. A few not bad in it, but they might run long enough, and if you can get a nice little run back in behind him, hopefully he'll finish it off okay.
Now, the other ride for the day is Smash in race 7. She goes pretty smartly, this one. Although she will get back a bit in the field, but there is a lot of pace on. To expect her to be getting home.
Yeah, well, she's always run well fresh, and as you said, she's quite a nice filly. This is a very good race, but just as you said, the pace will be right on, and it might just suit her. She's drawn a nice gate, get a nice run in behind them, and it's a bit the same, finish it off well.
So you wouldn't be surprised to see her get home and do something?
No, I think she'd run quite well, Wayne, yeah.
Now, you've been out injured too, you heard?
On the third of the Group 1 features in New Zealand today, this is the Wellington Cup, and number 9, Osman, drawn the inside barrier, is the favourite for this 3,200 metre race at $3.50. Mojo at $5.90, $6.20 Mike, Ebony Honour $6.60, then out to $16 Small Town Boy, and Wolf Creek Being Supreme $19, and Green Street is at each way odds as well. Now they're just about set for the Wellington Cup of 2003. Let's join Tony Lee for the call.
Prime Minister Helen Clark on course here today. Set for the Lion Brown Wellington Cup. Here's Tony Lee.
So the Lion Brown Wellington Cup, all in the stalls, ladies and gentlemen. This wonderful race are off and racing now from the 3,200 metres, and Osman was a little slow off the inside. Absolute Peace has got back, as to has Baloney. Now Green Street came out very quickly. He's the leader. Lord Mighty Malay, Small Town Boy spearing up towards the pace, as to his Saxophone when they settle down. Amir and Ebony Honour just behind them with Georgie Fields, and then Princess Oregon as they work over towards the 700 metres. Wolf Creek was the next one. Dawn Till Dusk back against the inside of Baywatch Babe. Mojo's the next to Baloney. Absolute Peace and Being Supreme. There's 3 lengths to the favourite, Osman. Mike is outside, and Talking Heads is the last one. Well, maybe a touch of surprise as Small Town Boy has taken the front as they link onto the course proper and work down past this huge crowd here at Trentham, and he opens them up by 3 lengths to Green Street. Third then is Lord Mighty Malay, the outside of Georgie Fields, and Saxophone is working a little deeper, and they come past a very, very big crowd here at Trentham. Just over a second to make, and there it is, the famous roar at Wellington with a lap to go. It's Small Town Boy 2 in front of Green Street. Lord Mighty Malay is third, and Saxophone a little deeper. Back on the inside, Georgie Field, and then Amir. Princess Oregon in the centre. Then Dawn Till Dusk, Ebony Honour the outside. He's getting a pretty good run. Wolf Creek is 3 wide. A length Baloney at the 1,700 metres. A length to Baywatch Babe. And then Absolute Peace. Mojo back 2 to Being Supreme outside of the favourite Osman. Second to last is Mike, and 3 lengths to Talking Heads as they travel up into the back of the track, and a new leader, Green Street, went around to lead. Got Small Town Boy all fired up second on the outside. Georgie Fields, the coaster, is now Sweet Seating third on the inside of Lord Mighty Malay. A length Amir, 1.5 Saxophone, now one off, and Princess Oregon on that big mare's inside. A little more than a length at the 1,200 metres to Wolf Creek. 3 out around Ebony Honour, Dawn Till Dusk midfield, and on the fence a length Baloney. Baywatch Babe a little deeper out. Absolute Peace the inside, then Mojo. Being Supreme a length and a half away. 1,000 metres to go in the Lion Brown Wellington Cup of 2003. Osman's back on the inside. He's going to need a bit of luck. Mike is second to last, and Talking Heads is last of all, and would be 16 lengths off this leader, Green Street, at the 800 metres from Lord Mighty Malay, who's moved to second. Small Town Boy next to Wolf Creek on the improve. Georgie Fields and Amir the next, taking off Baywatch Babe. Up and around them, Ebony Honour now. Princess Oregon's awaiting and out. Baloney and Mojo's on the move, and then Osman back behind these runners. Absolute Peace, Talking Head, Saxophone, Mike as they swing, and Dawn Till Dusk. Now Wolf Creek on the outside, joining Lord Mighty Malay on the inside as Green Street. Wolf Creek, Lord Mighty Malay, they drew 2 lengths on Green Street, and now Mojo and Being Supreme starting to run on. Wolf Creek, Lord Mighty Malay, Mojo, Osman's getting right up on the inside. Wolf Creek on the outside, Osman and Mojo. Here comes Osman. Look at Osman fly the last little bit. It's the Favourites Cup in 2003. Osman got it to Wolf Creek. Third Mojo, Lord Mighty Malay the next. Baloney, Being Supreme, Absolute Peace, Ebony Honour couldn't urge. Back behind them, Georgie Fields and Amir. Mike was the next to Green Street. Talking Heads, Princess Oregon, Baywatch Babe, Dawn Till Dusk, Small Town Boy, and Saxophone will run last.
He was the runner-up in the Group 1 Auckland Cup last start, and he's gone one better today to win the Wellington Cup at Trentham in New Zealand. 9, 13 and 14 placings there. 3 minutes away away from the next event at Rose Hill Gardens in Sydney, and Periscope has been dominating betting throughout. It's at $1.80, the one to beat, as we go to Ron Dufficy.
Race 5 here, Rose Hill Gardens, numbers 8, 3, 4, 1. Can't tip against his favourite Periscope, who looked very impressive, winning first up. Up in class here, and drawn awkwardly in 8, but I expect Beedman to fire up straight outside the lead here, and with his lightweight prove very, very hard to beat. Dangers 3 Adina, he's as honest as they come, doesn't know how to run a bad race. 4 Knickerbocker Kid likewise, he'll run home hard at the finish as he usually does. Best of the rest, Scottish Pride number 1. His 3 runs back in have all been excellent. 8 on top, Periscope, hardest to beat 3 Adina and 4 Knickerbocker Kid.
Now let's find out more about the second favourite, Scottish Pride. Here's Wayne Harris.
Well, Scottish Pride's a grand old performer, and he goes around in this race. Hard race, but he does look like he's got a good chance here. And we've got Chris Lees, former for his father here today, Max Lees, and I suppose Max is home with a cold beer and cheering Scottish Pride on.
I don't know about the beer, Wayne, but he certainly be cheering him on, yeah.
Mate, what sort of chances has he got? I know he was outclassed last up behind Thorne Park. His form before that was very good.
Yeah, his 2 runs were quite good leading into that race, and he raced just a little bit flat. He was off the bit a long way from home. They went very fast, so we thought the 1300 here should suit just that little bit further. He just might do it a little bit easier. He'll race forward, and with even luck in the race, he should run well.
Always got his share of weight, isn't he? They always seem to handicap him on his best form or prior form.
Yeah, he's always paid for his consistency, but he can carry weight, so that's one good thing. But there's a couple of smart ones down the weight which could trouble us.
How's the stable been in form?
Yeah, we're quite happy. We've been winning our fair share of races, just poking along quietly.
And horses in your own name at the moment? You have many racing. I noticed you've been at the sales and spending up a bit too lately.
I bought a couple, but haven't had many races at the moment. But yeah, we bought a couple at sale, so a couple of nice yearlings, so fingers crossed.
Your money or clients?
Clients.
Well, good luck with Scottish Pride, mate. You take that in good jest, I know.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
Yeah. Chris Lees then does a very good job when he saddles up for his dad, Max.
Yes, Scottish Pride is the second favourite, still at $7.30. All the rage, Periscope at $1.80. Periscope with Darren Beedman aboard, going for a double today. John Hawkes going for a treble. As we head now to Ian Craig.
2 to come up here for the 5th of the day. Periscope number 8 is $1.80 and $1.20, and a shade just a tick better only in the ring, so still in the red there. So Periscope coming up the favourite, Black Jacket, Cerise Cap. Periscope, Darren Beedman in the saddle, walks forward, and they're all set, ready to run. This is the 5th of the day. 1,300 metres the journey. Set now. Ready. And they're off and racing, and immediately Knickerbocker Kid goes out the back end, Impregnable straight to the lead from Adina. 3rd is Scottish Pride out very wide, followed by Skador, Periscope, and not that far away is on the inside Freebie, Gamesman second last, and 2 lengths to Knickerbocker Kid. They race along past the 1,000, and Impregnable shows out from Adina. Now Periscope is whipping around the outside, and Beedman looking for the lead on the favourite. He's pretty adaptable, Periscope, and he hits the front now at the 800, about a length and a half on Impregnable. 3rd is Adina, 2.5 to Freebie, followed by Scottish Pride, Skador, Gamesman the rails, and 2 lengths to Knickerbocker Kid. Now Beedman gives Periscope a spill, and past the 550, the favourite, a length and a half clear on Impregnable. 3rd is Adina, 4th Freebie, and 5th Scottish Pride, then Skador, Gamesman, and under the whip Knickerbocker Kid is last. Periscope around the corner and straightens up by more than a length on Adina and Impregnable. Freebie locked away at a couple of lengths, Skador and Scottish Pride. Now he shakes up Periscope, and as they come halfway down the straight, Periscope a length and a half clear. Freebies into the open, Gamesman sprinting quickly, then Skador. Periscope is still in front of Gamesman the outside, and Skador. Periscope is tired, he's clinging on it, he will win. Periscope beat Gamesman and Skador, followed by Impregnable, Freebie, Adina, Knickerbocker Kid, and Scottish Pride was last.
Number 8, Periscope, too good for them in race 5 at Rose Hill. A good ride there too by Darren Beedman, electing to go to the front, then stacked them up and dictated the pace until the finish. Gamesman and Skidor have finished in the minor placings there. Periscope pays $1.90 and $1.30, and he's now undefeated in 2 starts this preparation. 3 wins go to John Hawkes, and Darren Beedman racks up a winning double. Now the Quinella on this race should pay $8.70, and the trifecta expect a return there of $108.20. The next from Rose Hill, the Kia Ora Stud Transition Handicap And race 6 due at 4:10 this afternoon. Go to Greg Miles.
Race over the 2200. Crazy Date with Marinello set. Tangible is ready and Stolen Crown's linked in. Taskwin the favourite. Lady Mulroy is the second pick. She has placings at the last 2 Sandown runs. Split between them was a run in the Bagot, but a most recent run was good behind the horses who figured in the Bagot. It's Ryzek and Bulb Bard. But Taskwin the favoured runner. This is his sort of trip. Jean's Mark coming up now. Just got caught wide the other day. You put the pin through his most recent run. Third at Flemington New Year's Day was good. Lady Mulroy about to move up now in the orange colours. Nearly set. Taskwin coming up. 2 Richard Friedman runners. Taskwin with the blue cap, Electric Turban the white. Here's Tarouge going in now. Brad Rawilla, the replacement rider. Jean's Mark went up, and that completes it. 2200 for the Principality handicap. Off they go. Taskwin dawdled out. Electric Turban, his stablemate, was slower still, and he's 4 lengths away, and Crazy Date pinged out of the stalls on the inside. Takes up the running to Jean's Mark. Early up in third place in Coca Rico. Lady Mulroy in the orange improving. They're followed by Marinello, who's just off the pace over on the inside. Stolen Crown is moving up around it now, and they're followed as they go past the pace by Marinello, who's on the inside. 2 lengths away to Tangible Tarouge, and then the stablemates. Taskwin second last, Electric Turban is last. Out of the straight they go to the 1600 metres, and Jean's Mark sets up a good tempo and will take a big lead into the back. He's 6 lengths clear. Crazy Date is in second placing. Third, Lady Mulroy, the outside of Coca Rico. 2 lengths away, Stolen Crown, Marinello. 3 lengths, Tangible Tarouge. 2 lengths to Taskwin and Electric Turban. Jean's Mark going out with a big lead at the 1300 metres down the back, and Jean's Mark would lead about 6 lengths, I'd say. Crazy Date is second. Lady Mulroy outside of Coca Rico. 2 Stolen Crown and Nick Marinello. 3 Tangible Tarouge, 2 Taskwin, and 2 lengths away Electric Turban. Jean's Mark steadied the ship a little down the back near the 1000 metres, and his leads come back to about 3. Crazy Date second, Coca Rico third, 1.5 Lady Mulroy. Marinello fifth on the inside of Stolen Crown. 2 lengths to next in the field is Tangible outside Tarouge, 2 Taskwin, and Electric Turban last of all. Jean's Mark comes off the back at the 800 metres. Crazy Date is second. Lady Mulroy strides freely to third out, 3 wide. Coca Rico just behind them, and then Stolen Crown. 1.5 Marinello. Next Tangible Tarouge. Taskwin easing out, and Electric Turban 3 away. Up to the turn. Jean's Mark's going to corner about a neck in front of Crazy Date. On their outside, Lady Mulroy. Stolen Crown comes wider from Coca Rico. Taskwin pulled to the middle of the track. At the 350, Jean's Mark about a length in front. Coca Rico hooks out to have a go at him. Then Lady Mulroy, Crazy Date, Stolen Crown. Taskwin's under the whip. Coca Rico, Jean's Mark past the 200. 4 in front of Stolen Crown, Taskwin. 100 metres to go now, and Coca Rico and Jean's Mark. Coca Rico gets the upper hand, and Coca Rico wins at a length to Jean's Mark. 4 lengths away, Stolen Crown. Taskwin fourth, and then Lady Mulroy. Crazy Date, Marinello, Tangible, Tarouge, and Electric Turban. Coca Rico finds some form, ridden by Reese Wheeler for Barry Barnes. He'll pay $9.30 and $2.80. Coca Rico sitting in the slipstream, having a lovely trail into the race. Jean's Mark going out and trying to make all. Ran strongly, but Coca Rico wore him down, and they gapped the rest of the field. 7 the winner, Coca Rico, Barry Barnes and Reese Wheeler. Second, Jean's Mark. Kieran McAvoy riding for Uncle Tony. And third goes to 4 Stolen Crown, Craig Newitt and Dean Lawson. 7, 1 and 4. Fourth in was Taskwin, and fifth was Lady Mulroy. Well, you can't make excuses for anything. They ran it at a strong pace, and if you're good enough, you could have run on. Taskwin just wasn't good enough on the day. Jean's Mark doing good work at both ends of the race. He's been the courageous runner of it. Coca Rico, who's been out of form for some time, finding it, but he had all the favours in the run. He lifted on his recent ratings, and he's got home. 7, 1, 4, race 6.
Thank you, Greg. Next up, Eagle Farm, race 5, 1,000-metre race, and they're heading out to the barrier.
2:10, 1:20, a little bit better in on-track operations, but still a very, very pronounced favourite. Second elect is number 6, Eau de Vie, and number 4, Pentathlon, third elect. Now, on the tote, 2:10, number 3, 4:50, number 4, 5:44, number 6. Now, they're lining up well over here at the 1800 for race number 6, previous going to Periscope. Number 8, double for Darren Beedman, and a treble for John Hawkes. Periscope be 2 Gamesmen, 6 Skador and 7 Impregnable. Other winners Arch Harvey, Pearly Kings, Summer Fable and Safety. Lord Atlas, recent winner here, and the last 2 or 3 being locked away. So Lord Atlas all the rage, 2:10. Pentathlon looks well coming forward. And the last in will be Mr. Attorney. Pentathlon settles. Hebe Rebe occupies the inside, and up to the gates goes Mr. Attorney. And the 8 of them will jump at any moment. This time, Hebe Rebe jumped quickly from the inside, away nicely Jade Prince, and the same for Eau de Vie, quickly looking for the lead. Lord Atlas going with Eau de Vie, then Halls of Assembly, Mr. Attorney, followed by Blazing Arch and Pentathlon. Tightly bunched around the first corner. Eau de Vie goes to the lead now, about a half length on Jade Prince. Third is Hebe Rebe from Lord Atlas, Halls of Assembly. Mr. Attorney out wide from Blazing Arch and Pentathlon. Jade Prince, a clear-cut pilot to the back of the track. It opens up by a length and 3/4 Eau de Vie. Lord Atlas whipping up quickly. Is Beedman going to go to the lead on him, or is he going to sit outside the leader? And at the 1200, he decides to take a hold and sits a length and a half off the pace established by Jade Prince. 2 away, third is Eau de Vie. Hebe Rebe is racing next inside Halls of Assembly. Then Pentathlon, a length second last is Mr. Attorney, and last of all is Blazing Arch. Coming onto the side of the track, about 8 to 10 lengths covers them, and Jade Prince lobs along in the lead. It's Jade Prince, a length and a half on Lord Atlas. In the third position, Eau de Vie. A couple of lengths away next, and the runners Hebe Rebe, who's travelling over on the inside rail at this particular stage. And further off as they come down past the 600 marker was Pentathlon. Just ahead of it, Halls of Assembly, and then Mr. Attorney given a smack with the whip, and 2 or 3 lengths to Blazing Arch. Into the straight, Jade Prince in front. Lord Atlas goes after him. Third is Eau de Vie. Beedman's had to pull the whip on Lord Atlas, and then comes Hebe Rebe pulling out wider from Pentathlon, Halls of Assembly, and the others look 1,000,000 to 1. Jade Prince giving a sight. Reaches the 200 marker, a length and a half. Lord Atlas struggles. Pentathlon coming down the outside, and then Eau de Vie. Pentathlon is the danger to Jade Prince. It's Pentathlon finishing right over Jade Prince, and he put his best foot forward today to win it. Pentathlon from Jade Prince, Eau de Vie, Hebe Rebe, and Lord Atlas gave little. Then Halls of Assembly, Mr. Attorney, and last in Blazing Arch. Well, what a wonderful day for Crown Lodge and Jack and Bob Ingham. Number 4, by Octagonal Pentathlon from Triumphal. 4 winners to Johnny Hawkes today: Safety, Pearly Kings, Periscope and Pentathlon, and owners Jack and Bob Ingham. So congratulations to all concerned, and it's a winning double for Corey Brown. Darren's had a couple of winners, Glenn Boss and Lane Maloney, the other successful jockeys. As the numbers are about to come up, 4, 3, 6 and 1. Pentathlon, written by C. Brown. Number 3, Jade Prince, battled on well by Skillful Star, trained by Clary Connors, Danny Beasley. And the number 6, third, Eau de Vie, mare by Hennessy, trained by Gay Waterhouse, Chris Muntz. And 1, Hebe Rebe, ran 4th. And Lord Atlas was most disappointing. Time for the race was 1:48.30, standing as a class record until broken.
Yes, a tremendous effort by John Hawkes to train 4 winners today at Rose Hill Gardens. It's either him or Gay Waterhouse that train the majority of winners in Sydney these days. In fact, today the only trainer outside of that pair to have a winner has been Guy Walter, who's based at Warwick Farm. Now, they're in the parade ring at Cheltenham for race 6, and it's due in 6 minutes, this race, with number 2, Harsh Praise, the best fancied at $2.50. The other hopes are Lowendale Road at $6.90 and Girondi at $6.30. $9.90 Prior Minister, also a chance in the race. Sandown, race 7 and the rating special, Miss Ali Royal to beat Windsor Lodge, Solidaire and Kabushka. Now let's have a look at the latest betting figures for this race. And Kabushka's a chance at $7.90, 19 Loyal Lauren, Sacred Hill $4.50, $7.70 Dance on Wood, Kadesha at $14, and Kalashani Star is at $24. $9.50 Miss Ali Royal, good value the ratings tip. Miss Bel Air $7.80, 32 Octi Triumph, Windsor Lodge $10, and Lucera is at $8. The next race is a fillies event, 3-year-olds only, over 1,400 metres.
Now, here's Sacred Hill about to come along. Quality numbers are 4, 5 and 7. Need about a half a dozen to move in and we'll have them right to go. Sandown sweltering in 43 degrees. Sounds worse when you work it back to Fahrenheit. It's 109. I think everyone here who's attended the races should be given a medal by the Melbourne Racing Club. They've done a big job. What a race this is. If you work this one out, you'll probably get another medal. Miss Bel Air just holds favouritism on track. Windsor Lodge has been tried. Well in the market, Kabushka, Sacred Hill, Kadash has come in for some late support. So has Miss Ali Royal. Very, very hard one. There's Kadasha now going into the stalls, and Loyal Lauren to get set with Kalashani Star, and we'll have them right to go. 1400. Kalashani Star now getting a lead in. Just having a look what the starter was gesticulating for. He was asking the clerk of the course to gallop down and scatter some seagulls, which were near the 1,000-metre mark. That's been effected now, and they're all in and they're set to go. Most open affair. 7th on the card, they're away. Windsor Lodge, one of the first to bound out. Sacred Hill, Kabushka got away well. In the early stages, Kalashani Star's driving forward. Kadasha and Loyal Lauren are up there also. Settling down, Kalashani Star had the lead. At the 1,200, a length and a half, Windsor Lodge, Kadasha. A length and a half, Loyal Lauren on the yellow and blue colours on the outside of Sacred Hill. One Miss Ali Royal about 6th to rail. The chair is trapped 3 deep going forward. They're followed by Miss Bel Air, 1 or a half length further back. Then came Kabushka over on the outside. Solidaire, Dance on Wood, and Octa Triumph on the outside as last of all. Windsor Lodge led on the inside now to Kalashani Star. 1 Sacred Hill third at the 800. Kadasha is 4th. A length and a quarter Loyal Lauren, followed then by Miss Ali Royal on the inside. Lachira doing it tough, 3 wide. 1.5 further back, Miss Bel Air, and then Kabushka also 3 deep, but does have some cover. Solidaire buried away on the inside, and then Dance on Wood and Octa Triumph pulling out about 4 or 5 wide. Windsor Lodge came to the corner with Kalashani Star on the outside, and Kadasha making a line of 3 now. Miss Ali Royal packing up on the inside from Sacred Hill, Loyal Lauren, and then Lachira and Kabushka making runs on the outside. Windsor Lodge at the 250, kicked by 2. Here's Kabushka coming home on the outside, and Miss Ali Royal coming with it in the centre. Miss Ali Royal, 100 to go, went to the lead now from Kabushka. Here's Miss Bel Air storming home. Miss Ali Royal in front. Miss Bel Air, Miss Ali Royal wins it though. Miss Ali Royal gets in ahead of Miss Bel Air. And Kabushka third, I'd say, from Windsor Lodge, and close up then was Solidaire, and then Lachira. Break Kalashani Star, Octa Triumph, and then Sacred Hill. They were followed further back by Loyal Lauren and then Dance on Wood. And last to finish in the race was Kadasha.
The ratings found that one, Miss Ali Royal, $10.30 and $3, and Andrew Bensley also tipped us into that $10 winner. Miss Bel Air's run 2nd in the race and 3rd placing to Kabushka.